Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm gonna talk about how and why I decided to learn Georgian. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Hi everyone, my name is Simone, I'm a project manager. I love learning languages and I use them to travel around the world and to negotiate and communicate with international clients. On this channel we talk about how to learn languages. I decided that this video is gonna be in English, in case you did not notice, because I'm talking about Georgian and I thought maybe there's other people all around the world that would like to learn Georgian and I would like to reach them too. I thought this video can also be interesting from people from Georgia because there's someone learning their language. I think there's not so many people learning Georgian, and I decided to learn Georgian because I simply love Georgia. I've been to Georgia like 2-3 years ago, before COVID. Everything was before COVID, and I completely fell in love with the country, with the nature, with the food, which is just amazing. The wine is really good and people are super kind, or have been super kind to me during my Georgian trip. So now I decided to go back to Georgia. I'm recording this video from Italy and I'm gonna leave in exactly 2 days for Georgia. I haven't started learning Georgian yet. Usually it's better to spend at least a month before visiting a country to learn the language properly and to at least acquire a basic knowledge of the language, because this is gonna help us a lot to make the most out of our experience in the country. I honestly did not make time for it because I was busy with other projects, so I'm gonna start learning Georgian in Georgia, so starting from Saturday, actually in literally 2 days. I'm so excited about my trip to Georgia. How am I learning Georgian, or how did I decide that I'm gonna be learning Georgian? So first of all, beginner's Georgian with online audio. Thanks a lot, Stefano Madlova, shout out to you. Stefano from Lingua e Passione gave me a recommendation. He also has a video on his channel where he's talking about what material he used to learn Georgian. This is basically very similar to Assimil, which is the way I love starting learning new languages, because it's based on dialogue, right? So we have dialogue in Georgian with the translation in English and little grammar explanation of all the words and some additional exercise, right? I quickly skimmed through the book and there's a lot of useless words and guys, please stay away from them, because yeah, try to focus on what really matters, right? Not all words were born equal. I'm sorry for words that might be used a bit less than others, but it is just like that. So, and this is super useful because I'm gonna be studying and reading and listening a lot to the Georgian language. This book without audio would be almost useless. So please guys, whatever book you're gonna buy, whatever book you start to learn a language with, please be sure that it comes with audio. Learn to read Georgian in 5 days. So this is a super small book, very short, and apparently it's gonna teach me how to learn Georgian in just 5 days. This is because, of course, the Georgian alphabet is quite different from the Latin alphabet we are used to. I'm gonna quickly just show you. Yeah, you see there's words and then the Georgian alphabet, and so one thing that I need to do in this case is to learn the alphabet. So while usually I tend to say start with just one book, one resource, whatever that book is. In this case, I'm using two because I will just start with the alphabet real quick, 5 days, but it's really small. I guess you can cover this in 1 day, I don't know. And then I'm gonna start using this one with the audio as well, right? And then when I'm done with this one, or towards the end of this book, what I plan to do is to read this beautiful book in Georgian. You see, I cigni selvatici. Of course, I don't speak Georgian, which is a bilingual book in Georgian and Italian, which was quite impressive because I haven't found any bilingual book in Georgian and English, but I did find this one in Italian. There might be a Georgian community living in Italy, so this is meant for kids. And as you see, text in Georgian and text in Italian, and it also comes with audio that you can download from their website. Extremely important. Again, with this book, I'm just basically creating comprehensible input. We talked a lot about comprehensible input in the video that I made about Krashen's theory. Please, please, please have a look at it, check it out if you're not familiar with comprehensible input and with Krashen's theory, because that's all you need to start learning a language. So, about my goals, right? A lot of friends ask me, Simone, why are you learning Georgian? There's not so many people that speak Georgian like worldwide. Georgian has a population of like 3.7 million, according to Wikipedia at least, and all Georgian speakers mainly live in Georgia. It was exactly the same thing about Slovene. A lot of people ask me, Simone, why are you learning Slovene? Well, because I love the country, because I really like the language, because I love challenges, because it's super fun. So that's basically why I decided to start learning Georgian. In this case, a lot of people also told me, Simone, Georgian is really a complex language. It's not that easy. Challenge accepted. So it's one more reason for me to learn Georgian. I love challenges, right? It's the same with sport, right? Or if you are a professional dancer, right? Maybe you are a professional salsa dancer and you decide that you want to grasp the basics of another type of dance, I don't know, Irish dance, for example, right? It is exactly the same thing. Why are you learning Irish dance if you're a professional salsa dancer? Well, maybe because you like it, you enjoy the process, and this is exactly why I decided to learn Georgian. I'm super hyped, I guess you can tell. I'm super excited about the whole learning process. It's also gonna be a language that is very different from any other of the 8 languages that I speak, which makes it even more challenging, even more interesting. So sometimes we just learn for the love of learning, and that's the case for me with Georgian. The only word I can say today in Georgian is madloba, which means thank you, and I think I can say buongiorno, good day, good morning, gamarjoba. I think it's gamarjoba. So this is my level of Georgian at the moment. This series of video about me learning Georgian is gonna be in English, as I said, and I'm gonna try to publish a video every single week for the 6 weeks that I'm gonna be spending in Georgia. On top of what I'll be doing with the book, I plan to take classes. I still have to decide if they're gonna be at a language school in Tbilisi, the capital, where I'm gonna be staying, or online, or maybe a mix of the two, because I really would like to leverage these 6 weeks in Georgia. At this point in time, I don't know yet if I want to keep on learning Georgian after these 6 weeks. I guess it depends a lot on the motivation that I will have, on the level that I will have reached, and on my other further projects. So I will just take it as a challenge and a lot of fun. If you are new to this channel and you want to see a video of me speaking 8 languages, just have a look there, like my video, and I'm gonna see you very, very soon. Ciao.